Hello YouTube, and welcome to the Tuesday Magnum Videos Q&A show. And just so you know, this may be the last one we do. Alrighty, the first Q&A we did, we had about 12 questions. And this one, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4. So it's maybe not as popular as I thought it might be, so we may end up canceling it. I'm going to go ahead and do it again this week, and then we'll figure out at the end of the month which of our daily shows is popular and which ones need to be changed to something else. So let us begin. First question 1, comes from the COLLIERGUNGIRLS, and if you haven't checked out their channel, you really should, because they have a lot of good videos over there. They did one the other day with their mom shooting steel for the first time in competition, so you might want to check that out. I think it was steel, maybe not. Anyway, check it out and see. I think Mom enjoyed it, and the girls enjoyed having Mom do it. So check that out, and check out their channel. I think you might be surprised at what you see over there. So their question is, what's your favorite gun and why? Well, my favorite gun is my Beretta PX4 Storm in the subcompact version in 9mm. Now, my other favorite gun is the bigger brother of that in 9mm in the compact version. But this, I would have to qualify this one as my favorite because it is with me every day. We have come to know each other quite well. It is extremely accurate. It's compact. It's not terribly heavy. I mean, there are lighter guns, but this one is not uncomfortable to carry. Extremely accurate. I love the sights on it. They are very large white dots that are easy to acquire your target with. The action is smooth, the recoil is minimal, and it does hold 13 rounds. So that's why I like it. It also has a decocker safety on it, which is made exactly like my Walther PPK, which I was very used to. So I like the fact that there was no learning, extra learning required in order to use this in the same manner. So that's my favorite. Thank you, Gun Girls, for the question, and I sincerely suggest you go check their channel out. Okay, RPM Idaho, which I need to do a video response for RPM Idaho because he has got a great giveaway going on right now. It just came out today, so you ought to check his channel out and see the video because he's giving away a couple of really good things. So RPM Idaho asks, when did you start writing and why did you choose the type of stories you write? Whew. I actually started writing in about the 3rd grade. My first story was, gosh, I think it was probably like 4 or 5 pages of notebook paper written on both sides. So I don't know how many words that is, but it was a pretty long story for a 3rd grader. Anyway, I started writing more seriously in about 1980 or so. And I write primarily middle grade adventures. And why did you choose the type of stories you write? When I was a kid, I loved to read. I would rather stay inside on a summer day and read a book than go outside and play baseball. My favorites were adventure stories. I loved Jules Verne, Journey to the Center of the Earth, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I loved Robinson Crusoe, Daniel Defoe. Robert Louis Stevenson, Treasure Island, Kidnapped. I loved all of those adventure type novels, and I think they were what inspired me to write the kind of stories I write. Cannibal Island, which is one of my favorite books, one of my books that I wrote, kind of takes all of those elements from the stories I loved and puts them all in one book, because it's hard to find a book nowadays that's written in the style of Jules Verne or Robert Louis Stevenson. So I thought, if I can't find any to read, I'll just write my own. I'll just create my own adventure. So that's why I write the kind of stories I do. Thanks for the question. Lone Star Rider down in Texas, my old friend Rex, says, what is your favorite type of movie? What is your favorite type of movie, and what is your all-time favorite movie? Rex, I'm going to have to postpone your question, because that is one of our Friday favorites topics, and I think it may be either this week or next week. So I'm going to postpone that for now, but that is a good question, and I will get back with you on that. And my friend John Barleycorn doesn't ask a question, but he does leave a comment on here. And finally, TREESABLOWIN, my old buddy Don, asks, at one time you were thinking of moving to Arizona, or are you going to stay in KC? Well, as of now, I think we're planning on staying in the Kansas City area. Arizona's, I hear Arizona is like way too hot in the summertime, and Florida was the other option, and it's way too humid. So I'm thinking KC might be a better option for us for the time being. Also, it's a lot less trouble. I mean, when you've got years of accumulated stuff, it's hard. It's hard when you're over 30 to get it all boxed up, get it all put in a truck, haul it off, or pay someone, you know, a few $1,000s to do it for you. So I think it's going to be cheaper to stay here, and we can get stocked up on food and whatever we need, so when a big storm comes in, we don't have to go out into it. So I think we're going to stay here for now. All right, that's the extent of the questions. So as I said, at the end of the month, we may eliminate this, the Tuesday Q&A. It just depends on what you guys say. So we'll see how many questions we get this week. So if you have a question, leave it at the bottom of this video in a comment, and we'll see how many we get. And that may change our mind about discontinuing it. So I think that's it for now. I do have to make a VR right after this for RPM Idaho for his giveaway, and it's a great one. You ought to go check it out. So until I speak with you again, and even after that, you stay focused.